Thank you. I am the next reporter. My name is Marian, and my topic is about using literacy to learn. Early literacy is learning about sounds, words, and language. You can support early literacy development by communicating with children, reading, and playing with rhyme. Children develop literacy skills in order to learn to read and write confidently and eventually improve their communication skills overall. The stages of literacy development that a child goes through can vary depending on the child's comprehension levels, but generally include the same key concepts along the way. Understanding literacy development in children as an educator is key for helping children master these core skills that set them up for their education. So we have here the 5 stages of literacy development in where children learned. As a child grows older and demonstrates the key stages of literacy development, they will improve their reading and writing ability. The 5 stages of literacy development include emergent literacy, alphabetic fluency, words and patterns, intermediate reading, and advanced reading. So each stage of literacy development helps the child move forward and become a stronger student. So we have here the stage 1, the emergent literacy, age from 4 to 6 years old. So as the earliest stage of literacy development, emergent literacy is the first moment that a child begins to understand letters and words. So while many of the behaviors of the emergent literacy stage are not fully formed and irregular, these are still some of the first signs that a child is beginning to form literacy ability. So here are some behaviors of stage 1 learners. So first is pretending to be able to read children's books. Second is the ability to recognize the first letter of their name. So third is singing the ABCs even if unable to identify letters separately. Trying to memorize certain books to read them. Next is the ability to recognize some letters and potentially their sounds. Last is the ability to find words in their environment. The second stage is the alphabetic fluency, age 6 to 7 years old. So as the child grows older and more comfortable with learning their words and letters, they enter the alphabetic fluency stage of literacy development. So here are some behaviors of stage 2 learners. First is they are no longer pretend reading. The second is finger pointing to words while reading them. Third is beginning to recognize words. Next is admitting that they're unable to read certain words. Next is using pictures and context clues to figure out certain words. Last is reading out loud word by word. The stage 3 is words and patterns, age 7 to 9 years old. So sometimes referred to as transitional stage of literacy development, the words and pattern stage is when children begin to develop stronger reading skills. So this is the stage when children can vary the most in terms of skills and may adopt behaviors in multiple stages of literacy development. So here are some behaviors of stage 3 learners. First is less decoding of words and stronger ability to comprehend reading materials. Next is more self-correction when what is read is unclear. Third is less sound-by-sound reading and easier time grouping letters. Next is able to recognize words that pop up most often automatically. Less reliance on context clues to figure out unknown words. Last is beginning to be able to spell complex consonant words like TCH. The stage 4 is intermediate reading, age from 9 to 11 years old. So during the intermediate stage of literacy development, children begin to rely less on educational crutches that help a child learn new words. So this is also when children are becoming able to write out sentences with less error and develop stronger fluency overall. So here are some behaviors of stage 4 learners. First is reading to learn new information and writing for multiple purposes. Next is less difficulty with independent reading. Third is reading to explore new concepts from numerous perspectives. Reading longer materials such as textbooks with little difficulty. And the last is an interest in wanting to learn and develop new vocabulary. The last stage is advanced reading, age from 11 to 14 years old. So as the last stage of literacy development, advanced reading is when children become fully fluent and capable of relying on independent reading to learn new information. So reading and writing provide little difficulty and students can absorb complex reading materials during this stage. So here are some behaviors of stage 5 learners. So first is the desire to read numerous types of reading materials. Next is reading becomes a daily tool for learning new information. The third is the ability to formulate longer texts such as essays or book reports. Next is readers usually have a strong understanding of the meaning and semantics of words. The last is the ability to understand and retain complex reading materials. So, in conclusion, each stage of literacy development provides its own unique challenges and triumphs in learning to become confident in reading and writing. So, kani nga literacy nga na-develop kay usa sa mga way nga nakat-on ang mga students. That's why literacy is very important for children to learn because each literacy development means nga achievement siya nga nakat-on ang mga students. Meaning na ay na-unlock nga mga bag-o nga learning. Meaning bag-ong nakatunan sa mga bata, especially in terms sa ilang confidence. So kani nga mga stages, dili lang siya mao ang mga pamaagi nga pwede makat-on ang mga bata. So, dagan pa jud kaayog mga ways like reading in a small group. So, as a teacher, mao man jud ato ang target like makaton ang mga kids. So, usapod sa pamaagi kay reading in a small group kung asa makuha jud ang interest sa mga bata basta reading time. So, thank you.